right, so next we got an umpire who like admits what we all know, which is the punishment call, the makeup call. Happens in every sport, happens in basketball all the time because there's so many calls. But in baseball, this umpire just admits getting a call wrong and calling it the opposite way. And not because he got the other call wrong, but because he didn't like the player. And he makes no apologies for it. So listen carefully. You'll see the umpire and the manager arguing.
That makes it even.
Yeah, that does make it even.
Because you called him out and he's safe. That makes it, and that makes it right.
Yeah.
So you're saying right there he was safe, but you called him out simply because.
Listen to me. I gave him a chance when I walked out there and I said, if you got something to say, Cooley, be a man and say it to me. And I was willing to bury it right there. And he turned his back on me.
Just like I'm saying. If he's safe right there, you call him out. You're saying, okay, now I got your back.
Yeah, you're right.
Plain and simple. So you're saying right there he was safe.
Yeah.
But you called him out for the hell of it.
Yeah, I did.
You called him out for so he called him out for the hell of it. So he dissed you? Did he not show you proper respect? Were you dissed on the street? What? How do you do that? How dumb are you to admit that?
Exactly. You have to be the dumbest umpire in the world to actually admit that.
And I like the manager, doesn't care about this. He's like, so he was safe, and you called him out. I don't remember, or he was out and you called him safe. And finally, yeah, that's right, because I don't like him. I don't like him. Oh, that would drive me. Oh, how mad would I be if I were the manager? Oh, how mad would Jenk be if he were the manager? That would be. But what is with that? One more time. Let's just hear that guy one more time.
That makes it even.
Yeah, that does make it even.
Because you called him out and he's safe. That makes it, and that makes it right.
Yeah.
So you're saying right there he was safe, but you called him out simply because.
Listen to me. I gave him a chance when I walked out there and I said, if you got something to say, Cooley, be a man and say it to me. And I was willing to bury it right there. And he turned his back on me.
Just like I'm saying. If he's safe right there, you call him out. You're saying, okay, now I got your back.
Yeah, you're right.
Plain and simple. So you're saying right there he was safe.
Yeah.
But you called him out for the hell of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's right. I did. Yeah. Oh, he turned his back on me. Were your feelings hurt? Did your feelings get hurt because a 19-year-old turned his back on you?
But you're saying he was safe, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now this other guy. This is like one of the leagues that Jesus plays in. It's like a grown-up baseball league, and this guy comes out of his shoes. He strikes out, and apparently it's the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
Ready to hit, baby. Ready to hit. Come on, pick it up! We're winning this game. There we go, come on.
Hi guys, good day.
He's crestfallen. Oh, man. I respect that guy, though. That guy cares. That guy cares that he can't believe he missed that pitch.
Wears his heart on his sleeve.
Wears his heart on his sleeve. That guy needs a beer. That guy's had some beers. That guy, you know what? Whether that guy struck out or not, I suspect that the beers after the game were in his plans.
Which you've admitted you don't drink.
I don't care for beer. Nobody likes beer.